All right, so the next step is the balancing. We'll come back to those for some balancing also. So the next step is balancing. And our book has 3 sections of balancing. It kind of looks like these examples here, and that's great if you want to look in your book for some more examples of this. Now I'm going to show 2 different methods, and you want to aim towards doing the second method the way I'm about to show you, but I do know that the book points out this is the way you can do it. It's just the way we're going to show it takes a lot of steps, and it's time consuming. So it's okay for like your first little bit of balancing, but I would definitely head towards method 2. So this is method 1. So what you want to do is you want to pick the bottom reaction. I didn't mean to put it like that. I meant to say you want to pick the top reaction of each category. So we've got the left and the right. So this is our top reaction, and I've already started filling it out so you have the example, and then I'm going to let you guys do it. So you pick the top reaction, and you're going to make a little table. So notice I have an AG table because I have AG in it. And then I have NO3. Now see, if it's a polyatomic ion, absolutely keep it as a group. Don't split it into atoms or anything like that. And then the zinc right there. All right, so what we're going to say is we've got those numbers of aluminum. Of silver. We've got 1 silver, we've got 1 NO3, and we have 1 zinc. Now we look on the right side of the arrow. So this is like on the other side of the arrow. Notice we have 1 aluminum. That's great. Notice we have 2 nitrogens. That 2 only refers to what's inside the parentheses. It doesn't count towards the zinc. But we have 2 of that whole group. And then we have zinc. So notice we've got something that's off. So what I'm doing is I've highlighted what's off. And so we're going to fix it. So the only way to make a 2 to fix this section that I would say is to multiply this one by 2 somehow. So we're going to come down here, and you'll notice right here, there's a 2. So we fixed this one right here. Let me highlight it. So we fixed him so that these 2 guys match. And these 2 guys already match, so that's cool. But now look what happened. When I fixed him, I didn't just fix my NO3, it also changed my AG. So this is the whole thing with balancing with the tabulated part, is you have to keep up with how many times you fix something. So we fixed one thing and kind of messed up something else. Then we're going to do the third step is, again, we're going to have to multiply him by 2. So it'll be this guy right here. That's the one we're multiplying by 2. So you'll notice now I have 2 AGs, I have 2 NO3s, and I have 1 zinc and 1 zinc. So just so that you get the sense of this, I'm going to do the second one on the right side. So I've got all these sets all worked out so that you can really see it. I'm going to kind of draw a line here so you can see between each of the tries. So this is the first try right here. So when you do your tabulations, you've got a total of 1 on the H's. So here's our H. Notice over here, yes, there are H's, but you should not break them up. You absolutely want to keep it as a group. You're going to have a headache and a half if you start trying to break this OH into different groups, into different atoms. Definitely keep it together. So I'm just making a list. So I've got my H, I've got my F, see it's in order, I've got my Mg, and I've got my OH. Now I'm just going to be looking and doing both sides and see if I can't get them to make sense to me. And if this helps you to see like a parentheses, no one's going to know if you wrote a parentheses in here. Just remember, you're not supposed to, like when you get to your final answer. So first one, H right here, this H, I've got 1 on that side, and I have 1 right here. Remember, we're keeping the OH as a group. So I'm good on my H's. If I look at my F, I got 1 and I got 2, so that one is already off. Now, some people will say just go ahead and stop here. Don't even write these ones out because you're going to be changing things anyways. If you want to do that, that's totally fine. But this is the one that's going to have to get fixed, and his position is up here. So that's why we have a 2 in the next step. So now notice that I have 2 H's and 2 F's, so 2, 2, and I haven't touched my magnesium 1 and my OH. Notice that that messed up the right-hand side because remember, we're keeping this as a group. So right here, I've got 1. So now I'm going to need a times 2 right there. If I go on down, you'll notice that I have the 2 that applies there that I had before, but now I have a 2 here. It applies to my H, and it applies to my OH. So if I finish filling out the tab, I've got 2 H's, I've got 2 F's, I've got 1 MG, and I've got 2 O's, because that 2 represents the OH. It represents that whole thing, so 2 of those. And then I have 2 H+. I have, notice this 2 goes with the F. I have 1 MG, and I have an OH, and there's 2 of them. So that's the first method.